Welcome back to Marta from Sparta. Welcome to my Christmas kitchen. And today we are recording a super fun video. Actually, I miss sewing again. So today we're making Christmas jammies. And the fun part about the whole thing, that we will make these pajamas using our old sheets, our old duvet. And I happen to have very fun looking duvet, which are very lovely penguins, and I think it's super cute, and it's gonna be perfect sheets for winter pajamas. The problem might be that it's a twin set because it's a kids sheets, which I thrifted, and it might be not enough for the set with the long pants. So I am actually considering making pajama set with a very roughly puffy sleeves and shorts. And I have to admit that if it comes to me, I wear a lot of short sets for bedtime or even a t-shirt sometimes. So I'm pretty okay with that. I will still aim for the long bottoms and short sleeve top. And if I have enough of the sheets, I rather make it this way. But if it's not gonna work out because I don't have enough fabric, then I am okay with doing short sleeve and short set. But if you have bigger comforter, I highly encourage you to go with the long sleeve and long pants, especially that if you're gonna give it to someone for the Christmas time. So without any further ado, let's just get into the cutting, because as you know, this is the most annoying part to me. I hate cutting, but I just want to repeat myself. I know I sound like an old record, but specifically my sheets has directional pattern. So all penguins has to face up, right, in order to make sense on my top and on my bottom, which also limits me how I can use this sheets and this fabric. If you have some flower print or checkered, actually you have to pay attention also. But if you have some flower print or you have, I don't know, stripes or something, stripes also you have to look at direction. So if you have a flower print, floral print, you can go any direction you want to. Or if you have plains sheets, you also can do stripes. So in case in my sheets, I would have to pay special attention to how the pattern goes and which direction it goes, even on the sleeves. And my top is actually two-piece top, and the shorts has ruffles and stuff, so it kind of limits me how much fabric I'm gonna be able to use, so I might not be able to get a long pants out of it. But as I said, I'm okay with that. But again, I don't want to stress you too much about it. Pay attention before you're cutting, do the planning ahead, because it's very important that the pattern lines up and then it looks nice and neat and professional, right? Like you put a lot of thought to it. So my tea is boiling, and I'm gonna start cutting. I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse with some music, and let's get started. I'm really excited about this penguin pajamas. So the first step which I'm gonna do before I'm gonna actually see if the pattern, if I have enough of the sheets for what I want to do, I'm gonna remove the zipper very easily, okay? And I'm gonna actually open the sheets. I'm gonna rip it in a seams, and I'm gonna open it to make sure that the sides allow. Maybe I'm not gonna even need to, but maybe I'm not gonna even need to, because they actually stitch nicely. So I'm just gonna remove the zipper and buttons and line it, and I'm really gonna think how I want to make it in order to get out of it what I want. And I want a lot of things from this tiny kid sheet, so I better get my gears spinning and think how I'm gonna accomplish what I want using twin set. My puppy is actually in the mid-time making bed for himself on the sheets, which I am about to cut in a minute. He knows that's the sheets. Teddy, you know I'm gonna have to kick you out from there. You're working so hard to make a comfortable bed. Yeah, Tedunia, I'm sorry. You're not gonna sleep on it? Tedunia, and you're still helping? And Leonchu? Oh, that's a good boy. So I can cut it. That's how it's gonna look like. And now I am still thinking. I don't know how I want to do it. I honestly have the pillow, which have these two big penguins, and I wanted to have them either in the back or in the front of my shirt. But the problem is that the pillowcase is not enough to do either way. So I'm trying to incorporate this big penguin somehow. I don't know how yet. I will think about it. But I actually, the good news are I might have enough of the sheets for long pants and short sleeve top, which is totally fine with me. So I might approach that. But yeah, I really, really want these big penguins, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna make a patch. Maybe I'm gonna do magnolia pearl style pajamas and do the patch. We will see. I always, like to work as I go, and my ideas come when I look at everything. I plan the project ahead, obviously, but then when I lie everything down, then I see everything and it's easier for me to visualize. So, yeah, I think I might do like some type of patches out of those cute penguins over there, and I'm just gonna do, but that's gonna be so boring. Okay, I will think about it, guys. I will line up everything and I'm gonna take a picture of how I managed to actually fit all pattern, and I'm gonna tell you I'm doing the pattern in size small for the pants and for the top, so you guys gonna be able to see if you're using the same patterns, if you're gonna use the same size of the sheets I do, if it's gonna fit or not. But I think the long pants will be actually perfect, and the top with a short sleeve will be perfect for this side. Okay, I wasn't able to continue the project same day. Life happened. So it's today. I finally decided what I want to do. And I want to make a color for my pajamas, a totally different fabric, because I think it's too many penguins all over. So what I decided to do, I pulled the leftovers of fabric which I had from previous project, and I decided to do a black color for my penguin pajamas, and I really like it. And then what happened is the order, which was running very late, arrived with my white rickrack. So now I am on the fence if I want to add a rickrack to it and I open this and start all over again. So with the rickrack or without the rickrack, and do I want to open, or I'm just gonna be lazy and attach a rickrack on the bottom of my collar because the collar is already ready. So I'm thinking that I probably will, if I will attach a rickrack, I'm not gonna open my coral, and because it's pajamas and I'm making them for myself and to show you, I think I'm gonna be a little bit on the lazier side, and I'm gonna attach the rickrack on the on the bottom of my collar because I think it's too much maybe black. I will see. It's just like it's very patterny pajama, which I totally get it, but I'm trying to make it more interesting and show you guys how to make just regular pajamas more customized and more interesting. So maybe because I'm gonna attach the rickrack on the bottom of the color anyway, and it's not affecting the rest of the project. I'm gonna start putting a pajama top together, and then once I'm gonna have more visual with the laces and pajama top, then I will decide rickrack or no rickrack, because I also have a ruffles on the bottom of my pajama bottoms, which I am also on the fence, and I should do black and white, or maybe just finish with a rickrack, or just maybe use this type of lacing. So there's a lot to think about, but I also don't want to have too many different elements. I don't want to use too many different finishes. I mean, generally it could be fine, kind of shabby chic pajamas with the penguins, but it's not my style. But you guys can play with it, definitely. So I'm sewing, and I'm still didn't decide what I want to do with a color, and I think I'm gonna go plain because I start to attach it to the top, and that's how it's going to look like if there is no like rickrack and the color looks against the penguin fabric. What do you guys think? Is it a mistake? I'm gonna cut like a tiny piece of rickrack. That's how it would look like if I would attach like a rickrack, but obviously underneath the way it's supposed to be done. So then it's gonna stick out this one. Holy guacamole.